If you're into that 80s vibe, you can check out the Club Vector clothing range. Link for that is down below. What is going on, guys? I'm here. Welcome back to another video. Today, team of the group stage predictions. The card designs and ratings, of course, are not final. They are likely to change. I have tried to be as fair as I possibly can be. There are a few surprises in here as well. So without any further ado, let's jump into the first player. I'm going to get the goalkeepers out of the way first, and I've gone with Onana. 13 saves from inside the penalty area, an average match rating of 7.62 across 5 games, and 3 clean sheets for Ajax is definitely team of the group stage worthy. I think he's just had himself an inform in the last sort of week or two, which might hinder him, but I doubt it, and this could be a good card. Moving on to Muslera, a lot of you will be questioning this because Galatasaray are bottom of the group, but 21 saves inside the penalty area with an average match rating of 7.52 and 1 clean sheet. Just from stats alone, not from match results, is actually quite impressive. I'd be very surprised if EA did this, but it would be justified. Ter Stegen with 15 saves from inside the area, average match rating of 7.4 and 2 clean sheets. This is the one that EA will go with without a shadow of doubt. He's 91 rated. He is bound to sell packs because everybody considers Ter Stegen one of the better goalkeepers in the game. And of course, everyone would do what they can to get that boost. Navas, I've kept him as an inform because I think this is the reason why he won't get it. Obviously, currently, as I'm filming this, in packs as an inform. But he's kept 4 clean sheets in 5 games. You know, he deserves it, but I don't think he'll get it. Going into the outfield then with Wobber, with 35 clearances, which I believe is the second highest across the Champions League so far this season, and 7 tackles across 5 games is a very impressive feat for a player who many people wouldn't have heard of before the competition started. Very much like our next player, same club, I've gone for Hee-chan Hwang with 3 goals and 3 assists in 5 games. It's not as impressive as one of their other teammates, which we'll talk about in a bit, but Red Bull Salzburg definitely doing things in Europe many didn't expect. And as a Liverpool fan, I am not looking forward to that last game in the group. Lema up next with 25 tackles and 1 goal in 5 games. I think that's the most tackles across the Champions League competition so far this season. From midfield rather than a defender as well. A little bit of an impressive stat. Looks like a very well-rounded card. I'd love to see it. I really, really would. We're going to move on to a defender now. And again, maybe a surprise to some because Dortmund are not exactly doing well. But 4 goals and a match rating of 7.54 for a left-back, regardless of where Dortmund are in the competition, is quite impressive. Wouldn't be a terrible card. And I would like to see it. Whether EA will go for these kind of things, I don't know. Benjamin Andre up next with 18 tackles, which is still a very high stat, and 2 assists across 5 games. Again, from a midfielder, from a team that many didn't expect to do an awful lot in the Champions League. I'm not saying that they are doing great things, but they're still in contention. I like it. It's a good side, but also this looks like a pretty decent card. Kimpembe playing for probably one of the teams that could easily have a full squad of team of the group stage cards. 14 tackles and 4 clean sheets for Kimpembe. Of course, we talked about Navas. I wouldn't be surprised to see more than 1 player from a club. But Kimpembe probably the most deserving of the defenders in PSG. Haaland is that other Red Bull Salzburg player with 8 goals and 1 assist in 5 games. He's one of the competition's top goal scorers, and they sit 3rd in the group, which is just crazy. I would not expect this guy to be there at the end of the season. And this card looks fantastic, so let's keep our fingers crossed. I'm going to talk about Icardi for a second. Again, just every other player is PSG, but he has a ones to watch, so obviously this would affect his ones to watch. He's got 4 goals in 5 games, which is quite impressive, but something tells me there is another PSG striker that EA may favour over Icardi, so don't hold your breath, ones to watch holders. Javi Martinez up next of Bayern. They sit top of the group. Martinez has the highest pass accuracy in the Champions League this season with 94%. He's got one of the most pass completion rates as well over the 5 games. And he's only conceded, I mean not him solely, but the team have only conceded 4 goals. So that's a pretty impressive feat right there. Tolisso is another player that has done very, very well. 3 assists and 2 goals in 5 games for Bayern. Worth mentioning the 2 at the same time. I wouldn't be surprised to see one of them My pick would be Tolisso, obviously, although it might be a bit of a slap in the face to those who did the season objective, so I wouldn't be surprised for that reason to see Javi Martinez. Speaking of Martinez, but this time looking at Inter, 5 goals in 5 games for the Argentine striker. He's actually up for an inform this week, so it'll be interesting to see, and of course, if you're watching this now, you probably know the team of the week. If he's in there, this won't happen. However, if he's not in there, this could be the reason why. Team of the group stage around the corner, and he may get one. This next player may surprise a lot of you, Marcelo. I'm not just putting him in there because he's, classic, a high-rated Real Madrid player. He does have 3 assists in 5 games. There are a few other stats I could throw at you, but I won't blind you with science. We'll just look at the goals and assists. So 3 assists in 5 games for a left-back is still pretty good, and that card actually looks really nice. Tagliafico with 22 tackles, 1 goal and 1 assist in 5 games. Now, to a lot of you, me throwing 22 tackles at you might not sound like a lot, but it is one of the highest stats in the Champions League in terms of tackles so far this season. Lima being the highest, of course, with, what did I say it was? 25, so not bad. Gundogan, believe it or not, up next, with 2 goals, 1 assist, and 129 accurate final third passes, which is the 2nd highest in the Champions League this season, behind another German, Toni Kroos. Those Germans know how to pass. But with a stat as impressive as that, I do find it quite difficult for EA to deny Gundogan that card. Ziyech of Ajax, yet another player from that club with 4 assists and 2 goals in 5 games. No crazy pass accuracy stats or anything like that to throw out this time. Just 4 assists, 2 goals, which is a very impressive feat, and I would not be surprised to see this card. I hope it's central. Di Maria with 3 assists and 2 goals in 5 games. There are so many PSG players that could be in the team of the group stage. Again, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw him, and I wouldn't be surprised if they bumped him for a particular Frenchman, if they don't want to put too many attackers in there from PSG. Speaking of a Frenchman, Karim Benzema has got 4 goals, 2 assists, and he has created 4 big chances so far in this Champions League campaign. That might not sound impressive as well, but with 4 big chances created, it's actually, again, one of the highest, especially for a striker, it is the highest, big chance creation stats. Moving on to Raheem Sterling. Man City have done rather well this campaign so far. 5 goals and 2 assists in 5 games for Raheem Sterling. We get to the sort of this stage where we're looking at high-rated cards, Benzema, Raheem Sterling. These are all but guaranteed because EA want to put high-rated cards in it to sell the packs. Lewandowski's going to find it difficult to stay out of team of the group stage with 10 goals in the competition so far. He is the highest goal scorer within the Champions League this season, and I believe he's the highest goal scorer or the top goal scorer in Europe right now. So it's going to be hard for EA to stop giving him cards. The blessing in disguise is that he is 92 rated, so he's got a long way to go before he gets that 90, 98, 99. Harry Kane with 6 goals in 5 games. Again, you wouldn't think it. You wouldn't think, oh, Tottenham are one of those teams that are, performing very well in the Champions League this season. It just wouldn't enter your mind with the troubles they've had recently. But 6 goals in 5 games is not an easy thing to do, and I just can't see them denying him. Lionel Messi up next with 3 assists and 2 goals in 5 games. Wouldn't be a team of the group stage unless they included either Messi or Ronaldo. No Ronaldo in my predictions, incidentally, and I tell you what, if EA put Ronaldo in team of the group stage, they are literally the most obvious company ever for trying to squeeze money out of their customers, because that he just doesn't deserve to be there whatsoever. Mbappe with 4 goals in 4 games, and this is the particular Frenchman from PSG that I've been talking about for the entire episode. So many PSG players to speak of, but Mbappe probably the one that would sell the most packs. He's just come out of packs as a left wing. He could be going straight back into packs as a striker. We're going to talk about the Europa League briefly. There are a few players I'd like to mention. So Wanderson Galano with 4 assists and 1 goal across the 5 games so far for Braga. Pretty impressive stat. Not a great card. Speaking of the card design, I know it's probably not going to stay the same, but I had to do something Europa League-esque. Morelos of Rangers with 5 goals and 1 assist, and Rangers, of course, are top of a very difficult group. They are ahead of Porto, who are now in 2nd, so if you did that Corona SBC, hey, looking up. Zeka of Copenhagen, 24 tackles, most in the competition, and of course his team are top of the group right now, which again is quite impressive. It's not a great looking card. None of these Europa League cards look particularly fantastic. I'm not going to try and say this guy's name actually, because I don't know. I just don't know what it is. Look at this for a stat. 535 completed passes with 96% pass accuracy. That is 145 more than any other player in the competition. That is a crazy stat. Zaniolo up next with 2 goals and 2 assists and the most successful dribbles in the competition. That looks like an okay card. He's on his way. With a January upgrade potential, who knows. Meunier with 5 goals and 1 assist and a +8 match rating across the 5 games. It would be very difficult for EA to deny him a Europa League team of the group stage card. I don't know how many of these will be issued, but I've done a fair selection. There's 2 more with Arnold of Wolfsburg up next. 3 assists and 1 goal. He's also made 15 tackles from that central midfield position, so a pretty impressive competition for him so far. And finally, this writes itself really, Bruno Fernandes, 87 rated, could potentially go higher. I doubt he'll go lower. 87 rated looks about right. 5 goals and 3 assists with an average rating of +8 across the 5 games. Surely there's no way he stays at Sporting through January. Surely he makes that move. Still just banging in the goals from midfield. And that, my friends, brings us to the end of Team of the Group Stage predictions. Have I missed anyone out? Probably. One thing to note, not one single Liverpool player, which will trigger, let's be honest, a lot of Liverpool fans. I am a Liverpool fan myself, right? So at least we've got Team of the Year to look forward to. There's probably going to be about, 7 Liverpool players in Team of the Year this season, so there's that. But Liverpool have not had the best Champions League campaign so far. They're top of the group, sure, but it just doesn't look that great, So with that being said, that's why I've not included anyone. If you literally just look at the stats, there's just not one stat where a Liverpool player even comes close to competing with the players that I've put in that video. So that's why. But if I have left anyone else out, feel free to let me know. Back it up with some stats if you want to. If you have enjoyed the video, then do me a favour and hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel for you. And until the next time, goodbye.
Football Index. The game changed. Download the app now.